The Odyssey adventure begins in San Francisco, California. The expedition team heads down into Mexico and Central America. They continue driving to the tip of South America, where the cars catch a ship to Australia. The team cuts across the outback, hops over to Singapore, where they follow the route north through Southeast Asia. Then they swing west into India, up into China, and across the Siberian wilderness. Finally, they drive through Alaska, Canada, and back home. This time on Odyssey.
Somebody stuck their dead cow in the Ganges, so go straight to Nirvana.
There's a man laying on the ground, rolling over, praying.
There's a strong chance we're going to meet the Dalai Lama today.
It's been a long drive.
Yes.
So here we are in Assam driving towards Delhi, and the cool thing about all these kids is that they're not used to seeing foreigners. We're in a part of India where foreigners usually don't come.
Actually, I've always had a great respect for the Indian culture and for Hinduism. And I was really looking forward to visiting India. I was really surprised what we saw in Varanasi.
So we're in Varanasi, India right now, on the Ganga River, known in America as the Ganges River. It's one of the holiest cities in all of India. And people come pilgrimage here from all over India to die here, basically to get cremated, because they believe that if you get cremated here, you don't have to be reincarnated. You go straight up to Nirvana.
This is where people come to die.
This is where people come to die.
Take a number.
Todd, $10,000 to drink some of this water.
I would.
10 grand?
10 grand, you would?
Yep.
I read that there's 1.5 million.
I know it, but 10 grand? Dude, I'll do it right now. Who wants to
per
pay?
millimeter, per 100 million.
I'll drink a whole glass of it.
What about 5,000?
5,000, I'll drink a mouthful.
Look, this is a guy. Oh, Nancy.
What?
It's so weird.
Oh, that's a baby. Holy crappy crap.
No, it's a baby. It's like...
That was a dead baby.
You want to up your price?
Up my price? Yeah, maybe I'll up my price. That was not cool.
A human baby?
It was a human baby. Wow.
Not only do they burn the bodies and the ash and everything goes into the water, but all the sewage and the sewers run into Ganges.
Hello, how are you? Very good, how are you? Fine, thank you.
Holy cow.
Somebody stuck their dead cow in the Ganges, so go straight to Nirvana and stop having to be reincarnated as water buffalo and such. And when it hit the boat, I swear she took a breath. The people here are super nice. It's hard to get them to smile, but once you do get them to smile, it's definitely worth it. Cutie pie.
Waving his little heart out.
This body no fire, just throw it.
Every year, over 1 million pilgrims visit Varanasi, which has nearly 100 ghats. According to legend, the goddess Parvati hid her earring on the banks of the Ganges and asked Lord Shiva to find it, preventing him from ever leaving. It is said that the souls cremated at the Manikarnika Ghat are asked by Lord Shiva himself if they've seen the earring.
Okay, come. So we just got off the boat from the Ganges River, and we're right next to this place called the House of Dying, which is amongst all the ghats here. We met this guy named Papu, who's going to tell us all about this area and why it's the holiest place in India. Hello, Papu. How are you doing?
Fine.
Yeah.
All over India is possible to burn body, but most of the people, they want to bring body here. Because who people die here, who people burn here, soul go straight to the nirvana. So here minimum one day is burning like a 7,500 dead body, sometime 150, 200 dead body. 5 different body no burning, children, holy man, animals, leprosy, pregnant women, no burning. Family people take heavy stone, and tied with the string, take one boat, drop in middle of river, because middle of the river is very deep. Why they don't burn? Children under the 14 years, they are pure. They haven't been the life. So river is our mother god. So they drop in the river. It means children go again back to the mother hand. Holy man, all the life, his body holy. So his body go in the holy river. Animal, due to lot of money for the burning, they drop in the river. Leprosy people, they have disease. If the leprosy people burn, by the smoke, another person possible effect. Pregnant woman, due to baby inside, she's pure. They drop in the river. And also one person who died by the cobra bite, because who people die with the cobra bite, really people say he's not die, just sense has gone. So there in India, some sadhu, they know cobra mantras, by the mantra take out the poisons. So first day when he died, that day, whole day, all the family going to searching the sadhus. And if they don't find the sadhus, so family people buy the banana tree and luge packing the body and hanging the address, just floating in the river. So by the chance, some sadhu in the way, they look this body, they can understand this person died by the cobra bite.
It is unlike anything I have ever imagined. The whole funeral process is very interesting because they are almost sacrificially laid at the top of one of the ghats. It's the holiest ghat in the city, and all of the family members are paraded in, and then they light the body on fire, and the family stays there for the entire 3 or 4 or 6 hours that it takes the body to be completely cremated. To watch this process and realize that as you're looking out across the skyline and you see all these plumes of smoke rising in the air, that these are people being cremated, there's just no words for it.
This is the sadhus. So sometime when he have a times, they move to come Varanasi and praying every day. Chilam, to smoke, sadhu people smoke marijuana, hashish, makes and smoke.
Since they smoke all day long, they smoke.
This is big chilams.
Oh, yeah.
They put here and is smoking from here.
Coming up, the team celebrates Krishna's birthday.
And there's a man laying on the ground, rolling over and praying.
Passing the Taj Mahal in Agra, the team drives northwest from Varanasi. They head into one of the world's oldest continuously inhabited cities. Once the capital of the Mughal Empire, Delhi is now India's gateway for foreign travelers.
While we were in Delhi, our timing actually couldn't have been better because we were there for Janmashtami, which is the anniversary of Krishna's birthday. There was a huge parade, and we realized that the parade was crossing right in front of our hotel. So I went out there and I was participating in one of the traditional snacks that they have for good luck, which is like popcorn. And while I was out there, I got mobbed by about 12.5 kids. And at first I thought they were being fun, and then it was then that I realized that one of them had his hand in my pocket. And by the time I realized that, my wallet was gone.
So we're working with the police trying to figure out what happened to my wallet. Trying to find a thief in this crowd is going to be impossible.
So anyway, we've been in Delhi for a few days. We got to see the Krishna Fest. Now we're packing up and moving north.
We're going to head over to a little suburb of Delhi and pick up our cars where they've been getting worked on.
We found out today that the people who own this dealership actually maintain the Dalai Lama's vehicles. They said he has a Range Rover and he has all sorts of other vehicles, and they actually paint them for him. All his vehicles are the same color, orange, the same color as his robes. And so we have two people who know the Dalai Lama's people, and we're going to contact both of them, pursue it from multiple paths, and hopefully, just hopefully, we'll get to meet the Dalai Lama.
Driving in India is like no place you've ever driven before, simply because if it's a noun, it's probably on the road. Cows, people, carts, any physical thing that you can put on the road is on the road. But as a result of that, people seem much more aware.
We're here in Delhi, all over Delhi, especially outer Delhi. There's people who just live right on the side of the streets. Extremely poor people here. It looks like right over here there's a girl who lives right in the middle of the street. She's got some water and a little teapot up there. She's cooking some food. And then it looks like her mom or some other woman are breaking up rocks and moving rocks for the divider there. I have a bag of clothes here that I don't really need, so I figure I'll go give them to these people over here and they could probably use them and, you know, give them shelter for their bodies. Namaste. Hello. Hey, I have some clothes for you. It's a little big. You could grow into it. Or maybe your dad. Maybe it'll fit your dad. He doesn't understand a word of English, obviously, but I think he understands that those clothes are for him, and I'm sure someone in this village will make use of them. So, well, bye-bye. Bye-bye. There's a man laying on the ground, rolling over, and apparently they do this like all across India to pray. And this is the first one we've seen do this. It's just pretty crazy. Check this stuff out. You gotta give me this sugar. Huh? Yeah, you eat, huh? Alright. Yeah. He believes in God, and this is his way of showing his faith, is to roll across India. He's in the slow lane at least, you know? At least he's in the slow lane. Wow.
Coming up, the team arrives in Dharamsala and have the encounter of a lifetime.
There's a chance we're going to meet the Dalai Lama today.
It's been a long drive.
Oh, yes.
Our drive through India eventually brought us into some altitude again, which to me is just the greatest blessing because I love altitude.
There's about 20 monkeys just hanging out on the road, and there's cars driving by throwing them bread. And they're pretty chill monkeys. They just hang out here, not too scared of people. And they're big. These are like the thickest monkeys we've seen on the whole trip. I'm gonna throw some bread on the hood of our car and see if the monkeys come up and eat it. Hey guys! Check this out, buddy. Look, hey, look. Look. I don't think they're gonna go for the bread on the hood trick.
After Delhi, we headed off to Dharamsala. Dharamsala is a really small city nestled in the hills. You know, it's beautiful. Nearby Dharamsala is a little town called McLeodganj, and that is where the Dalai Lama lives.
There's a strong chance we're going to meet the Dalai Lama today. Todd and I sat in the office all day yesterday and we talked to his nephew, and his nephew was only going to give us 5 minutes, and then it started to rain and he couldn't go anywhere. So we got longer. We got like 15 minutes with his nephew.
He was trapped.
It's a well-known fact that when you meet the Dalai Lama, you're allowed to ask one question. In fact, I read his book, The Art of Happiness, so I don't really think I'd actually have a question to ask him because I read pretty much what he preaches. I think I'd probably mess up anyway and just be like, hey, how's it going? And then that'd be my question, you know?
Okay, so you just have to, you can make them smaller.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I've been looking for someone to give those to, so.
Thank you, brother.
Cool. What's your name?
Kumar.
Kumar?
Yeah.
Nancy. It's very nice to meet you. Kumar's father has passed away and his mother has leprosy. And Kumar had a bike accident that really damaged his leg and he's waiting for an operation. The crutches I got in Australia, I've been looking for someone to give these to, and Kumar is the lucky recipient.
Right now we're drinking some delicious masala tea, and we're waiting in this cafe here, waiting for the Dalai Lama. Hopefully we'll get to see him.
Well, gang, I got some news. We're meeting the Dalai Lama at noon. Woo! Fantastic. Yeah. Nice work, Nikki. Ow. Ow. Hey, here's my ear. We got there, and our paperwork hadn't arrived there, so they weren't ready to meet us. So Nick wrote this long letter, and we put a portfolio together of what we did. And we got there in the afternoon. We gave it to the secretary there, and he said, "Oh, the nephew will be there to pick it up in about an hour." We waited and waited and waited, and the nephew finally came, and he talked to us, and he was kind of like, he was lukewarm. And the greatest thing was 2 minutes after he got there, the sky opened up. It was just pouring rain for about 15, 20 minutes. And so then we were able to tell him the scope of our project. In hindsight, probably made an impression on us, and he said, "Call me back tomorrow morning at 10. He goes, "Usually we can't do this, but we'll try to work you in."
So right now we're in the temple of the Dalai Lama, and he has agreed to meet us, which is amazing. I guess not many people get to meet the Dalai Lama, especially on such short notice, so we're extremely fortunate. We came up here, and there's all these monks, and I guess they're debating. They clap when they come to a point.
Debate is a major aspect of the studies of the Tibetan Buddhist monks. Using complex hand gestures while arguing their points, debate is a way for monks to take a break from hours of memorization.
So in preparation for a meeting with the Dalai Lama this morning, we stopped and asked some of the locals here, is there any traditional custom? And they recommended that we stop and buy Tibetan white silk scarves that we bring inside to have the Dalai Lama bless.
Dalai Lama.
Hello.
How do you do? I'm Nick Baggerly. It's a pleasure to meet you. This is my team.
Oh.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Come and present your kata.
Thank you.
Where do you want to sign any documents?
We drove all the way from Singapore to where we are presently, and we drove across Myanmar. Which
How
was
long?
So far,
How many months?
11 months so far, and we have 2, maybe 3 more months to go. This is the next part. We're going through Pakistan, Xinjiang, Kazakhstan.
Your permission from Chinese government already?
Yes,
Oh,
it took a lot of time, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we already drove through China one time. We drove through Yunnan province to get to Myanmar, because that's the only border open for foreigners. It's been a long drive.
Oh, yes. Very good.
Solness has written that for this long journey that you're taking, that Solness is praying that you may have no obstacles. And that you may be successfully be able to complete. Gypsy.
Yeah. Touch that. 가죽장.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
그래서 가죽장에서 넣었어요.
You know, Tibet is known as the land of snows. So Sudanese has written here, may the land of snows prevail or triumph.
We agree.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Namaste.
I'm feeling all floaty and high right now. Kind of like the Dalai Lama buzz that you get after meeting the Dalai Lama.
I just couldn't stop smiling. He looks at us and just catches the vibe and spends the time. That's what's cool.
This is wishing us safe journeys for our very long voyage.
And this one?
And this is long live the land of snows, or may the land of snows prevail. And land of snows is what they call Tibet. And he I think it was an inside joke because he knows we're driving through China soon.
Yeah.
On the next Odyssey.
My GPS is reading 17,720 feet. Some beautiful views around here. Who cares how high we are? It's just gorgeous.
We're looking for Nancy. She got on her mountain bike and rode down the whole mountain. We're here in town, but we haven't seen her. None of these officials up ahead, where I'm about to check, have seen her. Then that won't be good news.
For more adventures, visit odysseyshow.com.